Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're unearthing a topic that has the wizarding world, and well, frankly, the entire internet buzzing. We're talking about the highly anticipated HBO Harry Potter series reboot. Now, you, our listener, shared some fantastic sources for this, and our mission, as always, is to sort of extract those crucial nuggets of knowledge. Give you the shortcut to being truly well-informed. And this isn't just another show, is it? It's a full reimagining of J.K. Rowling's 7-book masterpiece. But given the existing beloved film series, the real question is, why now? Why this specific adaptation? Why is it generating such intense excitement? And maybe for some, a fair bit of trepidation too.
That really is the core of it, isn't it? If we connect this to the bigger picture, what's truly noteworthy here isn't just, another adaptation. It's HBO's massive multi-decade play. I mean, this commitment, it's on an unprecedented scale, stretching the narrative over an entire decade. It's a really strategic move, you see, to lock in subscriber loyalty, build an evergreen content pipeline in what's, let's face it, a fiercely competitive streaming market. It makes it the most expansive Harry Potter project ever attempted, by far.
Okay, so if this is HBO's big long-term play, can you unpack the core concept for us a bit more? Is it a spin-off, a sequel, or are we really talking about a completely new take on adapting it?
Oh, it's definitively a long-form adaptation. The goal is aiming to be far, far closer to the source material than the original films could ever be. And the structure itself, well, it's incredibly ambitious. Each of Rowling's 7 books will be adapted into its own dedicated season.
Wow.
Yeah, think about what that actually means for the level of detail, right?
Yeah.
All those fan favorite moments, the subplots that just never made it to the big screen.
That sounds amazing for, fidelity to the books. But are there potential pitfalls there? Stretching it out that far, could it lead to pacing issues? Maybe even, dare I say it, filler content just to hit the runtime?
Well, it's certainly a tightrope walk, no doubt about it. But the early signs from HBO, they suggest the focus is really on deepening the existing narrative, not just padding it out with fluff. For season 1, for example, which covers Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or Sorcerer's Stone for our listeners in the U.S., filming is officially underway as of mid-2025.
Okay.
It's happening right there at Warner Bros. Studios Leavesden in the UK, familiar ground, and production is expected to continue right through spring 2026.
So quite a long queue.
Exactly. And the premiere is then set for 2027 on HBO and HBO Max. That extended timeline itself, I think, hints at their commitment to quality over just, speed.
Right, makes sense. Okay, moving from the big picture vision to the faces we'll actually be seeing. Diving into the casting. This is where the new magic really starts to feel real, doesn't it? I heard the worldwide casting call attracted something like over 30,000 hopefuls. That's just a staggering number. How does a studio even begin to sift through that many auditions to find their iconic trio?
It really speaks to the immense cultural weight these roles carry, and after what must have been an exhaustive search, HBO has now unveiled its new lead trio. We've got Dominic McLaughlin as Harry Potter, Arabella Stanton as Hermione Granger, and Alistair Stout as Ron Weasley. Mm-hmm. It really feels like a symbolic passing of the wand to a new generation.
It definitely feels symbolic, but that passing of the wand, as you put it, it isn't without its challenges, surely. What specific qualities do these new young actors bring that might help them handle that huge legacy? And what are the risks involved in recasting roles that so many fans feel they already know so intimately?
Yeah, that's the big hurdle. The primary challenge for them won't just be, acting the part. It's forging a new identity for characters people feel so strongly about. The choice of relatively unknown actors for the leads, it suggests HBO is betting on fresh faces, people who can truly make the roles their own without sort of the baggage of prior fame. They're looking for that raw talent, that chemistry that can grow organically over potentially a decade.
Right. Beyond the core trio, some other interesting supporting cast names have dropped too. Rory Wilmot as Neville Longbottom, Amos Kitson as Dudley Dursley, Louise Brealey as Madame Hooch, and Anton Lesser as Garrick Ollivander. That's quite a list already.
And if we look at some of the most anticipated Dart roles, the choices there seem equally strategic, quite interesting. John Lithgow is set to portray what they're calling a more mysterious and intellectual Albus Dumbledore. That hints maybe at a deeper exploration of his complex past,
Oh, interesting.
Janet McTeer stepping into the fierce shoes of Minerva McGonagall. That just sounds perfect, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can see that.
And Papa Essieter as Severus Snape. He is expected to bring even more emotional depth and complexity to that incredibly nuanced character.
It's a big one.
Huge. Plus, we'll have Nick Frost as the lovable half-giant Hagrid.
Okay, Mick Frost as Hagrid. That's fun casting. It's certainly an exciting mix of, established talent and fresh faces. I imagine the discussions around those choices were fascinating. All right, here's where it gets really interesting, I think, especially for longtime fans.
Right.
How this series will truly differentiate itself from the original films. You mentioned, unlike those movies, which, let's be honest, had to condense some really intricate plots.
Oh, massively.
HBO's episodic format promises richer storytelling, more character development, and detailed subplots. What concrete examples can we actually expect? How will they leverage this format for a deeper story?
Absolutely. The episodic nature, that's the real game changer here. We're talking about potentially much fuller backstories for supporting characters who were, well, kind of marginalized in the films.
Yeah.
Think about the Dursleys, Neville, the entire Weasley family getting more depth. Expect more screen time actually dedicated to Hogwarts house dynamics, the real rivalries and friendships beyond just Harry, Ron, and Hermione. More classroom scenes that feel integrated, not just quick cuts. A deeper dive into wizarding traditions. And yes, for many, many longtime fans, there's the potential, the hope, really, for those fan favorite scenes and side plots that were cut from the films to finally appear.
Right.
Well, the big one everyone mentions is Peeves the Poltergeist, right? Or maybe Hermione's SPEW campaign, things like that.
Wow, the potential appearance of a character like Peeves. That's maybe a minor detail in the grand scheme, but it's something fans have wanted for decades. It really signals a different level of fidelity they might be aiming for. They've also promised a more emotionally grounded and darker tone. How do they balance that with the inherent whimsy and magic we all associate with the wizarding world, especially in those earlier books?
That's the central creative challenge, isn't it? The books themselves mature in tone, obviously, and the films had to really compress that transition. By giving each book a full season, they can theoretically gradually deepen the emotional stakes without it feeling like an abrupt shift. The real insight, I think, might be how they managed to maintain the series' core enchantment, that sense of wonder, while properly delving into the more mature, sometimes tragic themes J.K. Rowling explored later on. And doing that without alienating younger viewers who might start watching with that more whimsical first season. It's tricky.
It really is. And who are the key people bringing this ambitious creative vision to life? Who's steering the ship?
Well, the team behind this is genuinely a powerhouse. Francesca Gardner, known for her incredibly sharp writing on Succession, she's the writer and showrunner.
Yeah.
Mark Mylod, also from Succession, is the lead director and an executive producer. What's compelling here, I think, is the blend. You've got these fresh visionaries, but also returning veterans. David Heyman, who produced all the original films, he's back.
Ah, that's important.
Very. And J.K. Rowling herself is an executive producer, along with Neil Blair and Ruth Kenley Letts from Bronte Film and TV. So that mix, it suggests both a deep respect for the source material, but also maybe a desire to push the boundaries a bit.
It definitely sounds like the wizardry happening behind the camera promises to be just as impressive as what we'll eventually see on screen.
Yeah.
And when we look at some of the elite industry talents on the technical crew, it really gives you a sense of the visual and sensory experience they're aiming for. Can you tell us about some of those key names? What does their involvement suggest?
Yeah, it's a really top-tier lineup. Adriano Goldman, director of photography, his work on The Crown is just renowned for that lush, almost painterly cinematography. That suggests we can expect a visual richness that truly immerses us, elevating it beyond typical fantasy TV, perhaps. Then you've got Kate Hall handling hair and makeup, Paul Herbert as stunt coordinator, Mark Holt overseeing special effects, Naomi Moore on set decoration, and crucially, John Nolan handling creature effects.
Oh, Nolan. That's a big name in creature work.
Exactly. Nolan's involvement means we're likely to see magical beings that aren't just, fantastical CGI, but perhaps grounded with a newfound realism, maybe even a more unsettling edge sometimes, really pushing what practical and digital effects can achieve together. And Alexis Weisbrot and Dom Sidoli are leading the visual effects teams.
So, okay, with this level of talent, this kind of commitment across the board, what does this all mean for the final product? What should we expect?
I think it means they're aiming for nothing short of a truly cinematic television experience. This isn't just a quick reboot for streaming. It feels designed to be a definitive adaptation, something that can stand the test of time, leveraging the absolute best of modern television production values.
Okay, now let's acknowledge the hippogriff in the room.
Right.
Rebooting a franchise as beloved, as iconic as Harry Potter, it's inherently risky, isn't it? But when you look at the timing, the strategy you mentioned, maybe it is the ideal cultural moment for a new generation. What kind of impact do you think this series will actually have on fans globally?
Yeah, the risk is definitely there. But connecting it back to the bigger picture, the potential impact is just immense and multifaceted. For one thing, we're looking at a fresher, possibly more diverse cast with expanded representation. That's an important evolution for the franchise in today's world. This series also offers the chance for younger audiences, kids today, to grow up with Harry all over again, much like the original generation did with the books and then the films. And for older fans, people like us, maybe it's a unique opportunity, a chance to revisit the story, but with new layers, more emotional depth, the stuff the films just couldn't fully explore because of time constraints.
So how are fans reacting right now? What's the general vibe?
Well, fan reactions are, as you'd expect, pretty mixed right now. Some are thrilled, some are skeptical. But what's truly fascinating is the widespread curiosity. Even the skeptics seem intrigued. Many seem genuinely excited for a faithful retelling that really goes beyond the films, as they say.
And in an interesting twist you touched on, this project isn't just a potential cultural reset for fans. It sounds like it could become a global phenomenon in another way, too, as a remarkable learning tool. Can you explain that?
Yeah.
How does this series offer a unique opportunity for, say, English learners around the world?
Oh, absolutely. Think about it from that perspective. This is going to be highly engaging, dialogue-rich content, perfect for learning conversational phrases, even in a fantasy context. Most characters will likely use clear, generally well-pronounced British accents, excellent for listening practice.
Good point.
It offers cultural literacy, too. You'll pick up idioms, expressions, maybe even understand British customs subtly woven into the narrative, things you might miss otherwise. And because it's a series, not just a 2-hour movie, there's great repeat viewing potential. Watch an episode again to improve comprehension. Plus, HBO Max will almost certainly offer multilingual subtitle options, which gives learners various ways to approach it. It's a really compelling bridge between pure entertainment and practical education.
That's a fantastic point about its potential educational value. Didn't even think of that angle. So, okay, for everyone eagerly awaiting this, let's give you a clear overview of the production timeline. When can people actually mark their calendars?
Right. According to HBO insiders, the tentative production timeline is, as we mentioned, quite extended. It really underscores that commitment to quality. So, filming for season 1 that kicked off in summer 2025, it's expected to wrap up sometime in spring 2026.
Okay.
Then there's a substantial post-production period scheduled. That'll run from mid-2026, probably through early 2027. Lots of effects work there, I imagine.
No doubt.
Season 1 is currently slated for release sometime in 2027. And get this, they're already looking ahead to potentially filming season 2 starting in late 2027.
Wow, planning way ahead. This extended timeline, it really does underscore HBO's commitment, doesn't it? Our production quality, world-class visual effects, it seems clear this isn't just a quick cash grab. It feels like a serious, decade-long investment in bringing the wizarding world to life in a way we haven't seen before. Well, what a deep dive this has been. The excitement around this, you could call it a cultural reset for the Harry Potter franchise. It's undeniable. From the strategically cast new generation and that extended storytelling format to the absolutely elite production quality they're aiming for, it seems set to enchant a whole new wave of fans. and maybe provide incredible new ways for all of us to engage with a story many of us thought we knew inside and out.
Indeed. And that leaves us with a thought, really. With this level of commitment to depth, to fidelity to the original books, how might this new Harry Potter series change not just what we see on screen, but how might it change how we engage with, how we understand a story we thought we knew so well? What new insights, what new layers might we gain from seeing these familiar characters and plots unfold with such unprecedented detail? Could it even challenge our own long-held interpretations of this magical world? Something to think about